There's a moment, quiet, unsettling, where you look around at your life and it hits you. You're doing everything you're supposed to do. You're showing up, you're pushing forward, you're surviving. But deep down, you feel empty, disconnected, like a shadow of who you used to be. You smile when you're supposed to. You nod. You say you're okay. But there's a silence in your soul that no one else hears. And maybe you're wondering, when did I lose myself? How did I get so far from the person I once was? Will I ever feel like me again? Let me tell you something you may have forgotten. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are not too far gone. You are still in there, underneath the noise, beneath the pain, behind the years of stretching yourself thin to meet expectations that were never yours. And yes, you can find yourself again, but it won't happen overnight. It's not a quick fix, and it's not something someone else can do for you. It starts with a choice to pause, to breathe, to give yourself the grace to admit that you're not where you want to be yet. Because in that stillness, you'll start to hear the truth, that the version of you who laughed without hesitation, who dreamed without fear, who lived with curiosity and joy, they're not gone. They've just been waiting for permission to come back. You see, life doesn't always steal you away in one dramatic moment. Sometimes it happens in tiny pieces, a little compromise here, a little silence there. One day you abandon your needs to keep the peace. Another day you say yes when you wanted to say no. You let others' voices drown out your own. And then one day you wake up and you don't recognize the life you've built. That's not failure. That's not weakness. That's being human. It means you cared, you tried, you gave, but now it's time to give back to yourself. How do you find yourself again? You begin by letting go. Let go of the pressure to have it all figured out. Let go of the version of you that others expect. The one that never stumbles, never cries, never feels lost. Let go of relationships, habits, and stories that no longer serve the person you're becoming. And then you begin the remembering. You remember what used to make you feel alive. You remember how you used to move through the world with wonder. You remember that your worth isn't in what you achieve, but in who you are when no one's watching. You start exploring, not the world around you, but the world within you. What do you really want? What makes you feel calm, whole, and alive? What drains your spirit? What feeds your soul? Ask the questions. Sit in the discomfort, because the truth you're afraid to face, it's the doorway to freedom. And don't be surprised if this journey feels lonely. Not everyone will understand your healing. Some people like the version of you that played small, that stayed quiet, that gave endlessly. But your growth isn't a betrayal. It's a return to honesty, to purpose, to the fire that once burned in you, unfiltered and unafraid. You don't need to go back in time to find yourself. You need to meet yourself where you are, here, now, and choose to build forward with love, with courage, with truth. And yes, there will be days when you slip, days when you feel like giving up. But that's part of the path. Healing isn't linear. Some days you rise, some days you rest. But every day you're rebuilding. You're not the person you once were, and that's okay. You're wiser now, softer in some places, stronger in others. You've seen the dark, you've faced the storm, and you're still here. That resilience, that grace, that quiet fight to keep going, that is you, the real you, the one who doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. the one who is finding beauty in the process, the one who is finally learning that self-love isn't a luxury. It's the foundation of everything. So keep going. Even when you feel unsure, even when it would be easier to numb, to shrink, to pretend, keep choosing yourself, not in selfishness, but in sacred responsibility. Because the world doesn't need a perfect version of you. It needs the real you. Messy, growing, honest, brave, learning to stand again and again in your truth. You don't find yourself in the mirror. You find yourself in the quiet choices you make every day, the boundaries you honor, the joy you allow, the peace you protect, the dreams you no longer bury. And one day, not in a flash, but in a soft, quiet moment, you'll realize you've returned. You'll look in the mirror and see someone who's been through the fire and didn't burn away. You'll see someone who's whole, not because they were never lost, but because they found their way back. You'll smile, not the kind of smile you give to be polite, but the kind that comes from deep, soul-level peace. Because you'll know you've finally found yourself again, and this time, you're here to stay. Thanks for watching. Your subscribe keeps me going.